I want to play off of the emotional decision making and confidence. And Stephanie, I'm staying with you. So yeah, I looked at Lauren. You had sent me some information. I wound up going to look at California State University study, and I like what McKinsey puts out, so I did look at McKinsey. But they both studies talked about how confidence and emotional reassurance play into how they influence discretionary spending. So from your RBFF research, I know especially with women, you did a lot of research. Boating is both a purchase and an emotional experience.
Absolutely.
So how did confidence, uncertainty, and perception influence participation in boating and fishing? And what messaging did you find that truly motivates consumers to take that first step into boating and fishing?
So again, I go back to the research, and RBFF did a lot of research on this topic. It's super interesting. Perception is everything, you guys. And we used to say that there's a lot of misperceptions about boating, right? Mm-hmm. You see the big yachts, you see dollar signs everywhere. But those of us who are in it know that you can do it at a reasonable cost. We had a campaign called Find Your Best Self on the Water. It was about getting more women into fishing and boating. And what we learned from the data was only 1 in 5 women actually see themselves in fishing. So they're going into stores, they're picking up catalogs, and they literally don't see themselves represented. They don't feel like they belong, right? And when we did some more research to learn, what these audiences needed to make it stick was the things like the how to, the where to, the community. For women, that's really, really big, is the community. They're going to go fishing and boating a little bit different than men when they go out as a group. But yeah, that's...
Well, and you can't deny financially what it would mean to the industry. I remember some of the numbers that you put up. What was it, close to $1 billion if you could get X% more women involved?
If we could increase fishing participation among women, that's an additional $1 billion to the industry. And the other data point there is we see women coming in fishing at a really high rate. They make up like 45% of newcomers, but they're also dropping at the highest rates. So they're coming in, they're not finding their community, they don't feel like they belong, and they're like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. And, at this point, there's a lot of economic uncertainty. And I know you also did some research that when things are rough, where do people go? And you talked to me about 4 things: stability, empathy, transparency, and value beyond the product. So do you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. Those things are really critical. Obviously, the value piece we've been talking about already this morning, that what can you offer people beyond the sale? This is not just a transaction and you're gone. Can you provide courses where they can learn how to? Can you help them navigate where they're going to go on their first time? Are there waterfront restaurants, etc.? The stability piece, we need to be super, 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 this is transparency too, transparent with people in this process. Sales, I think traditionally has been let's see what we can get out of this person. What are they going to pay for this? Let's try to get the top dollar. People want transparency. They want to have a full understanding of what they're getting into, and that honesty, and it builds trust. You want the sale to be, we've got your back. What is your budget and what is your lifestyle? We're gonna help you do what works for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's true.